Okay, so let's just start because we're now recording. So we are finding the surface area of a cylinder. So here's the top of my cylinder, and so first of all, we kind of need to say, what does surface area mean? When I ask you for the surface area, could you... Area on the inside? Or?
Area, space it takes up on the outside. Yeah.
Okay, so what we're saying is, if I flatten out a shape, it's the amount of surface it has. And if I flatten it out, it's how much space it would take on a flat surface. So as I said, the boxes on the board, they would be what cylinders would look like. Not cylinders, they're prisms would look like, different ones, mainly cuboids. There is one cylinder up there, okay, which is actually, doesn't have the ends, but this here, clear bit of plastic, is a cylinder. And I can show you that. If I take that off, here is the cylinder, okay? It's nice to do. So you've got a cylinder is basically a curved surface area. So when they say about the surface area of a cylinder, they talk about the curved surface, and then you've got the two circles at either end. So that's what's missing on this, because it was actually a tennis ball holder container. So it wasn't a proper prism unless we cut the ends off. So if you then have that, if we want to know what the surface area of a prism is, of a cylinder is, we have to consider the two, come on, computer, it's going slow. We have to consider that there is a circle on either end, okay? And then what does the curved surface look like? It's a rectangle. If you open it out, it is a rectangle, okay? So we have to draw a rectangle. Going to work, it's going to be white. So if I draw my rectangle like that, now the question is, what are the dimensions of the rectangle? So this one is the height of the cylinder, so that's just the height. Daniel?
To find the top of the rectangle, the thing that's not height, it's the circumference of the circle.
Yeah, so
edge of the circle.
This edge of the rectangle, the length, has to wrap around this circle, doesn't it? So therefore it must match the circumference of the circle. So what's the formula for the circumference of a circle? Owen?
C equals 2 pi r.
Okay, so we could use 2 pi r. There is another option being?
No. Pi d.
Pi d, yeah. Pi d, because two lots of the r. So what do we need to know? Well, we need to know what the radius of the circle is that makes it. All right? And if we've got those bits of information, we can find the surface area of the cylinder. All right? So if we look at one of them in the book, it says that we've got a radius of 4.3 and it's got a height of 11.7. So if I wanted to work out the surface area of this cylinder then, what do I do? Yeah?
Surface area of the cylinder. You want to find the surface area of the circle.
So we've got to find the area of the circles first.
Times that by 2.
So we've got what's the area of the circle?
A equals pi r squared.
So we've got pi r squared. So we've got A equals pi times 4.3 squared. There are two circles, so we need to multiply that by 2. Okay? And then we need the area of the rectangle, which is the curved surface area. And the area of the rectangle is
2 pi r times
2 pi r times the height. Yes, exactly. So that would be the area of the rectangle. So that would be 2 times pi times 4.3 times 11.7 in this case.
Also, find the width first, and then do length times width and find it.
How could you
Does that
find
make
it?
sense?
To find what?
How
The
could you find
circumference of the circle.
But if I knew the width of the rectangle, I wouldn't need to work it out. I only need the circumference because I need to know what the dimensions of the rectangle are. If you're telling me we already know the rectangle, then I would need...
But once you find out the circumference,
Yeah,
can't you just like...
but I haven't worked out the circumference yet.
Okay.
I worked out the area
Alright.
of the circle, yeah?
Okay.
I'm working out the circumference, but only in the way of... because I need it for the rectangle, yeah? So what are the answers then? Got these on... Everyone should be doing it on their calculators. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
So, the area of the circles, so the circles is pi times 4.3 squared times 2, what do you get? 316.11,
Yeah.
okay? And then the rectangle, which is 2 times pi times 4.3.
Wait.
Oh,
That
that's that one. Okay.
Yeah. But the circles are.
So the rectangle is 316.11. The circles are
154.8.
154.9. Are we verifying this by doing it as well?
Yes.
No one should just be sat there staring into the palm of their hand. You should be on your calculator actually working this out. Still not brought a calculator with you? You should be using it then. Michael should have his own calculator.
Oh wait.
Why has Michael not got his own calculator? Oh, he has. It's just in his bag. Okay. Right, what do we do with those values then? Add them together.
Yeah. For the circles are actually 116.2. Yeah. That's
116.2 for both circles, is it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for verifying. That's why we verify.
I got 4.
116.2. So then the cylinder,
Sorry, what?
the cylinder surface area therefore is 116.2 plus 316.1, and I get the answer
432.31.
432.3. What are the units? I didn't give you them. And in the question there's centimetres, so
Cubed.
no.
Squared.
Yeah, square centimetres. Okay. So that's it for surface area of a cylinder. Easy enough, right?
Yeah.
Those of you that did it for homework, is that the method you used?
Yes.
Actually, wait, I don't know if it's the same thing, but I worked out the circumference of the circle. Wait, can you come here for a second? I just want to,
Sure.
I can't explain it.
Can't explain it.
So I first found the circumference of the circle,
Yeah.
which I then used to find the width of the rectangle, and I already had the height.
Well, that's what we did.
But
I just didn't work it out separately.
you did. Oh.
It's there, look. That is the circumference.
Right, okay.
I just didn't bother
and
to
then
work.
that's height next to it.
Exactly, and that's the
Okay.
height. Circumference times height.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah? Here, look. 2 pi rh times the height. So you did the same thing, you just did it in separate stages. Okie doke. So if surface area is... Alright, can I ask you to explain then, when it says that the 4 girls over there, can you stop having your own little conversation. It happens far too regularly, and it does get in my ear. It says the formula for the surface area of a cylinder. Oh, what's going on there? Highlighting in black. Why would you do that? Surface area of a cylinder is actually written as 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Okay? Why? Like, why is that the case? Why is that the formula for the surface area of a cylinder? Can you go on?
For the 2 pi r squared, you need to find the area of the circles.
Okay, so this here is the 2 circles.
And you have to square it because there's 2 of them. And
No. The
Oh,
formula.
yeah, because it's the radius, so you need 2 radius.
So we've got pi r squared is the area of one circle, and we have 2 of them. Yeah? And then the 2 pi r h again is the... Okay, so the 2 pi r is the circumference, which makes the rectangle. What if I were to write this for you? You should understand this. If I write it also as 2 pi r times, okay, r plus h. What have I done? So it's the same thing. What mathematical process have I just done? What's it called? Say it loud and proud.
Factorization!
We have factorized it. You see that? So it's factorization because I have taken out the highest common factor, which is 2 and pi and r. 2 pi r is the common thing in both parts. So it's the common factor that I've been able to take out. Yes?
So I think you got it like that, but could you simplify it? Like, simplify that to like 4 times... Oh wait, no, I already see my issue.
What's your issue?
It's not adding each other, it would be times by.
Exactly, yeah. If there was a multiply in the middle, yeah, we could simplify it, but we can't. Okay, surface area sorted then. Can I get you, though, to turn over the page? All right. I would like you to have a go at either question 4 or question 5 on page 160, 161. Okay, so more problem solving you want. So page 160, 161, so question 4 or question 5 for me. Okay?